Welcome, I'm Innistrad, and today we are going again in our improved series where I present you a set of questions and I ask you to think about it and to come up with your solution, and then I present you my solution to the question, and I might say what happened in the game, and you might compare, and by doing so you hopefully are getting better in the game. And this time I am going to show you some games with this mono green deck, so you should be familiar with this kind of deck, but my build might be slightly different, so take a look at it. It's a deck from standard Innistrad Midnight Hunt, so there is an Arturo Growth as a new card, so take a look at it. And that's it. And I encourage you to try your best. Think about the game pretty hard. There is no time limit. You might even pause the video to take more time, and the more time you spend, the better for you. And this is the first example. As you might see, we are playing mono white, and just think about it and plan your turn. So if you want to, you might stop the video now, and if not, that's okay. And here is my solution to the problem, and in this case I really misplay this one in the game. And how you can misplay this one? What I did is I just played the Old Growth Troll, played the Haste Haven, and in my opponent's turn I put +1 pound counter on the Swarm Shambler. Yeah, that's the easy play. I didn't attack because I was afraid of blocking. As you might see, there is a shield on the battlefield, so it means my Old Growth Troll would trade for only Clarion Spirit, and I didn't think that it is good trade for me. But I've changed my decision, and I changed my decision because I think we really should attack here. And there is one quite a good tell here, and that's the shield. There is a shield on the battlefield, and I don't think opponent should play shield here. Why? Because there is a 2/3 vigilance creature on the other side, which is quite good, and I think really better in this matchup. We have quite small amount of creatures, and getting 1 damage of them isn't as good. So that's one reason. And the second one, we are missing a green. We need to play our natural growth here to be able to attack through the shield, and we don't have it. So really here the play, I think it's attack with the troll, trade it if needed, if they want to. If they don't, then just play the troll and we are 4 damage in for free, or not. Of course, not for only 3 damage because of the shield, but 3 damage are free in, and that's better than not attacking. And if they trade, I think we should just here play the unnatural growth. We have 2, having 1 on the battlefield, then playing the troll, then playing the second one. The troll would be pretty huge. So in neither of these scenarios I think we are favorite. Opponent have quite nice army of flyers, 2 cards in hand, which are most likely non-land. So not a good place to be, but I think attacking here give us the more chances to victory. So do you agree Do you disagree here? I might be biased because in the game they played the Redain and unnatural growth just stick in my hand forever. So that might count. They might not have the Redain, but why would they play the shield if not? Because if they have the Redain too. So that's one thing to think about. Because Redain is 2-3 flyer, I think can get them into better position. But that's it. Okay, so that's the first one. There are two quite different solutions. I think they aren't so much different. And here is the second example. Again, mono white, one of the most interesting matchups. And again, think about it, what you would play, and you might stop the video now, and here is my solution. And in this case, I think it's pretty tricky. So, of course, we want to play Kazandu Mammoth. That's clear. And then we might attack our opponent or the whole domina for either Snakeskin Whale or Swarm Shambler. But what's better here? 2 damage aren't bad, but there is quite a tell from our opponent here. They have Clarion Spirit on the battlefield, and last turn they played only the portable hole. What does it mean? It means they don't have anything to play for 1 or 2 mana, because otherwise they would do it. They definitely want to create a 1/1 flyer in this matchup. So what's in their hand? And if you are quite familiar with the mono white, it means Elite Spellbinder or Skyclave Apparition. They have 4 cards in their hand. They might be some lands, maybe 1 or 2, but that means there are 2 of these 3 drops, most likely. They might be some 4 drop like Legion Angel, but it's one off in the deck. They might be some planeswalkers here, like Monk on the flowers, but still that's most likely 1 or 2 drop in the deck. So that means there is pretty high chance they are going to Skyclave Apparition us here, and I think that's the reason for playing the Kazan Mammoth and not attacking and hold the Snakeskin Whale. If I've misread the situation, then nothing happens. We might put a +1/+1 counter on Swarm Shambler. It's fine. But as you might see, we didn't misread the situation. So, of course, you can't know that. But I think that their last play was pretty good tell. And this line make the lower risk for us. It's pay off greatly. Here there is game against mono green, and there is quite a lot of things to do here. So again, try to evaluate them and think about the best one of them. You might even stop the video if you want to. And here is my solution. So we have 3 mana available. I think playing the Wizard Bro here is great. So that's the 1 mana we should spend here. After playing the snow-covered forest, we might play it, give it +1 attack to our wolf and KO the Kazan Mammoth. So that's great. We might play the just Sentinel here and hold the Snowskin Well or the Swarm Chamber, just to have possibility to give it +1/+1 counter. Why I think it's necessary to play the just Sentinel is because there is Esika's Church in our hand. I want to play it next turn. So that's it. There is second possibility to upgrade the class here. You might upgrade the class. You might put +1/+1 counter on the wolf and try to attack them. I don't think they would block. If they do, then that's nice trick. And you might play the Snowskin Whale and just take the mammoth for the whale, which is awesome. So that's another possibility here, but I don't think they would trade, because if they play the land next turn, that's 5/5, that's going to attack us here. Not reason for them to start blocking. Here is the same game. The opponent played the Professor and add the remove target artifact or enchantment to their hand for 3 mana sorcery, which also creates a pest if they target something which costs, I think, 2 mana or less. So that's the situation. That's the information we have, and now it's your time to think about it and come up with your solution. So in that case, it's pretty tricky. We absolutely want to play our Esika's Chariot. We can't attack them because if we upgrade our Ranger class here, that puts +1/+1 counter on something. We might take this Swarm Shambler, they would block it, we might spend the Snowskin Whale trade, then they would next turn play something or destroy the Ranger class which we put the mana in. I don't think it's the best call. There is one nice trick we probably should try here, and that's playing Esika's Chariot and hope the opponent will target it with the removal for artifact or enchantment, and then we might turn it into creature and plant the Snowskin Whale on it. So that's the nice way to play our Snowskin Whale this turn, save the Esika's Chariot, and have huge battlefield for the next turns. I think that's the play here. We want to spend our mana to play the Esika's Chariot, to have a huge battlefield here and start to attack them with everybody. Because if they spend their next turn playing the 3 mana sorcery, which we can counter for with Snowskin Whale, then we are in pretty good spot, and it might get only better. So pretty nice trick. If you didn't know about it, then you learned something new, and you might use it next time in your games. Yes, this was a pretty nice game against rank 56. So one of the best players on the ladder. They've played deck I've never seen before. So you might see green, white and black in their mana pool. Prosperous Innkeeper, or 2 of them, and Esika's Chariot. So you have the same amount of information as I do, or as I did in that moment, and try to use it for the best. So if you're ready, here is my solution. So what are the possibilities here? There are quite a lot of possibilities here. We definitely should play the Lair of the Hydra, make the cat and the mammoth bigger. Then we can Blizzard Brawl something. If we do, they are going to activate Esika's Chariot and create a blocker. But I'm quite afraid of some board wipe here. They might have Blood on the Snow. They might even have it and play it next turn. They might have some huge thing to play, and I really want the SC asteroids to be dead here. And I think the best way how to achieve it is to attack with our SC asteroid, with our Kazandu Mammoth, and with our wolf, for example, and make all our creature pretty big. So let's start with counting. Playing Lair of Hydra, activating the Ranger class here, playing the Blizzard Brawl, and going, for example, Prosperous Innkeeper here. I think going the Innkeeper here is good. We might target the Wolf. And then attacking with Kazan the Mammoth and the Acicast Chariot while tapping 2 cats. And it means we have Snowskin Well open. And if they block us in a bad way, so for example, if we put a +1/+1 counter on the Acicast Chariot, then they might try to block the Acicast Chariot with double block or something like that, and the Snowskin Well can protect one of our creatures and get them. So it's really about the setting up the trick, and of course, on the other hand, if they don't take the trick here, to force as much damage as possible. So if we did what I said, that means playing Lair of Hydra, Blizzard Brewing one of the Prosperous Innkeeper, activating the Acicast Chariot, activating the Ranger class on level 2, attack with everybody, it's 13 damage in, which is quite good. And then don't want to get damage in. So hopefully they will try to block something, double blocking, and then the Snowskin Well can get them. Of course, they might have an instant speed remover here, but actually it's not very likely. And you might find it in the attack, so if you're afraid there is some stake, you might hold the Snowskin Well and just trade your Acicast Chariot. But we don't want to trade this Chariot here. And of course, if they have a board wipe, which we should expect, they really want to go to Acicast Chariot. So they will try to block it with everything just to get the kill. And that's one of the reasons we might try to use the Snowskin Whale on it. I think this is the best play. You might try to hold the Blizzard Brawl in your hand. And the reasoning is quite simple. If they are going to block us here, then we don't force the much damage in. And if they are going to sweep the board, then it's better to have the Blizzard Brawl in our hand. Yeah, that's quite a good reasoning. But then you can attack with the Wolf, and you lost some point of damage, which I think is pretty worthy here. So yeah, that's one of the reasons here. If you have anything more to say about this, I think this one is pretty complicated, just write me in the comments, I will definitely read it. So this is the same game. As you might see, there was a board wipe, which got everything. There is a Acicast Chariot with 2 +1/+1 counters, one from the Snowskin Well, one from the Ranger class. So everything went as planned. Of course, we would prefer not to be board wiped here, but that's it. Our Acicast Chariot survived. I didn't play it just as I said. I think that I didn't use the Blizzard Brawl, but that's what it is. And here, we want to question what to do now. You are playing number 56 on the ladder in Mythic, and you might still have a chance. What would you do? And here is my solution to the problem. And in this case, I think we really should attack them. It sounds crazy. We might activate the ranger class, get some value from it, but getting 6 damage in, it's pretty huge. Or it's not 6, 7 damage in. So if we play the Ray of Hydra, play the Jasper Sentinel, activate the Faceless Haven, tap it for the Essica's Chariot and attack, it's 7 damage in, they are at 9. And next turn, with Jasper Sentinel on the battlefield, and Essica's Chariot on 7/7 with 3+1/+1 counters, that's lethal. We have the Ranger class, that's the Essica's Chariot, that's the Jasper Sentinel, that's lethal. So I don't think there is a time to activate any Ranger class. We are playing some strange Ram deck, they have some huge threats. They might have another board wipe. So just do it, just get to it. And if they play just one blocker, we have the Blizzard Brawl in our hand, which might solve the problem and win us the game. So this is my solution. It's quite incredible that in this case we have turn 2 o'clock on them, but that's it, and we should use them and force the damage in when possible. And that's all for today. I hope you learned something new, or at least challenge yourself and got some idea about the deck. And if you're interested in this game, there is in my Midnight Hunt mono green video, which I published before, so you might find it on my channel. And of course, if you want to support the channel, leave a like, comment or subscribe, and especially if you want to see more of these learning videos, then let me know. So far it wasn't so successful as I hoped to be, so any signs of your interest would make me more videos like this. See you next time.